Welcome to a Destination the Show quick hitter as we recap some of the trade acquisitions at the deadline. The prospect we're going to focus on now is Hendry Mendez. He was the main return in the Harrison Bader trade, an outfielder, left-handed hitting outfielder. Jamie, what do you make of the Mendez acquisition?
Yeah, I definitely think there's a lot to like with Hendry Mendez. And I think it's fair to say, right, for Harrison Bader, who the Phillies are getting a couple of months of before he's a free agent, this is kind of what I expected in terms of a return. The overall headlines, I think, on Mendez are that he's a really skillful bat. He's 21 years old in AA. There's not that much to be excited about in terms of the supplementary tools. Um, there's not a lot of speed. There's definitely not a lot of defense. It's a corner bat, maybe even a first base type profile. However, let's talk about the assets, the good stuff. I mean, he hits everywhere he goes. He's 21 in AA, decently young for the level. So far in 85 games for the Phillies at AA this year, he's hit 290, 374, 434 with 8 home runs. That's a 131 WRC plus. He will take his walks too. It's 11.5% walk rate, just a 12.6% strikeout rate. So it's really good bat to ball skills here. And in some ways, Jeremy, he reminds me a little bit of Gabriel Gonzalez, who we learned today was promoted to the Saints, the Twins AAA affiliate, in that he just hits, he produces. Maybe there's not a ton of power. Maybe there's not a bunch of supplementary tools, but you're always going to want guys like that in your system. And he's certainly someone who could force his way into the picture at some point if he keeps it up at AA and AAA for the Twins. What did you make of Mendez and his fit?
Yeah, so Mendez, when he was acquired, that was not, that was earlier in the day.
Yep.
We saw the more outfielders added later in the day, all very similar profiles. Mendez, to me, does strike me as the one that maybe fits most at first base, not overly athletic, probably fringe defender in a corner,
Mm-hmm.
bats left, throws left, and a 6'3". So, again, the bat's going to have to play, and like if you read me those statistics, I would say, yeah, that fits at a premium defensive spot like second base, right, or shortstop, center field. Not really a corner power profile, right? He's got
Yep.
8 home runs this year, which is the most he's hit in a year. But like I told you, I tell you all the time, if a guy can strike out just as much or less than he walks, I feel pretty good about that type of hitter. And he's in triple or double A right now, 44 strikeouts, 40 walks after a year at high A where he was 52 and 52. So
Yep.
there's certainly stuff to like in this profile. Maybe not the ceiling that would make a top 10 prospect. I have Mendez at 20 in the organization. But certainly, like you said, a guy that you like to have because with guys that can hit, the Twins find spots for. He could, like, my first thought was, does he work in a platoon? But I think his batting average against left-handed pitchers this year is higher than right-handed pitchers. So
Yep.
kind of hits everybody, and you can find spots for guys who can hit that well.
Yeah, 100%. Well, stay tuned, guys, for more prospect breakdowns from Destination the Show. We will catch you guys.